Welcome everyone. Welcome to SAIL E0 Daily Practice Paper 1 solution. So this practice paper we have released in our WhatsApp group this morning. So if you haven't got it, I would request to please join our WhatsApp group. The link will be there in description, or towards the end you can scan the QR and join the group, where you can directly get all the papers very frequently and almost daily on the working days. And since every weekend we release a new test paper, so our focus towards that will be more. So going on the very first daily practice paper, we are going to solve all the three questions that we have in this paper in this particular video. Okay, so without further wait, I'll start it. So in this practice paper, there are three questions majorly. Question number 1 is majorly based on data interpretation. Okay. Question number 2, that is based on coding and decoding. And question number 3 is based off English language. Okay. We will go read all these questions one by one and we will try to solve it here itself. So if you don't already tried it and watching this video, I would request please spend some time. These are very good questions, very logical questions, and it will give you a very good hands-on experience on how to tackle these questions. If not, you can directly look into this video and watch it and try to solve it, right? Cool. So moving ahead, we are going to solve the very first question number 1. Now please look carefully what's written here at once. I'll try to take the notes side by side so that it will be very helpful for us, right? It's written Mahindra Motors production of utility vehicle for 5 months has been given in the pie chart. For the year 2019, the company produces two kinds of utility vehicle, SUV and MUV. In March, 900 more utility vehicles were produced than in July. Production of SUVs and MUVs together in 5 months are given below, right? So as given that 2019 Mahindra's production rates are given, right? For example, for Jan, it's given the production was around 18% of those 5 months, right? So first of all, we also need to know that what is the total unit produced by the Mahindra that is not given in the question, of course, right? So in that case, we need to know that what is that to have any other calculation. So let the total production unit be X. See, I'll be very descriptive in this video in terms of making you understand the question, right? But you can be quick to take this step and quickly solve this question in the exam scenarios. So the total unit produced by Mahindra is X in 5 months. Okay, so in Jan, the percentage of unit produced is 18% of X. Similarly, if you see this graph, you can see in March the total unit produced is 21% of X, and similarly in May it is 24% of X. In July it is 15% of X, and in August it is 22% of X. So all of these are cumulative to X, right? I mean, if you add all of this, you will get 1% of or 100% of x. Hence, you can also say that this can be written as 0.18x. This can be written as 0.21x. This can be written as 0.24x. This is 0.15x. And this is 0.22x. If you add all this, you will get 1x, that is 100% of x. That is why we actually wrote it in this format, okay, which is very helpful for us. Now try to understand it, what actually we are doing. We are actually trying to complete this table, right? So that whatever questions is asking for us is, we can interpret data from that and then we can answer it, okay. So what we are trying to do is, we are trying to find the value of x, but in this scenario we cannot, for any relation, we cannot find any solution, or we cannot find the answer of x until and unless we have a constant available for us, right? So if you see in the question, it is given that in March 900 more utility vehicle was produced than in July, okay. So hence a relation is given between July and March, that March is equal to July minus 900, okay. That means to balance, since in March we have 900 more units produced, so if I want to if I want to balance it with July, I need to add July with 900, and this will give me a relationship between March and July. Now by putting these numbers into it, we get 0.21x equals to 0.15x plus 900. Now if you solve this, 0.21x minus 0.06x equals to 900, and that is 0.15x 0.06x equals to 900. And you can go on and divide it. What you will get, a very basic calculation over here, right? This becomes 15,000, okay. So now we know that, okay, the total unit produced by Mahindra in 5 months is 15,000, okay. So now what you can do, we can remove this, we can get units produced in each month. For example, 0.18x is nothing but 1500 10% plus 20% minus, that is 3000, minus 0.2%, 2% is nothing but 300, so it was to 2700. I am going to quickly add all the values in this. So this will be 3500, 3000 plus 150, that is 3150. This will be 3000 plus 600, this is equals to this will equals to 3600. Now if you want to know that how actually I am calculating, it's a simple Vedic calculation. For this I will try to do that. For 15,000 I want to multiply it by 0.10 plus 0.5. This is broken into this. Now I know what is 10% of 15,000 is 1500 plus what is 5% of this is 5% of this is 150 divided by 2, that is 10% divided by 2, 0.05%, 2 is 75, right? So hence this could be calculated something like this, right? So in this case, if you see, 10% is nothing but 1500, right? And then 5% of it, so 1%, 10% is 1500 plus 750, that is nothing but 2250. And similarly, this can be simply calculated as 3000 plus 600, this is equals to, sorry, 2, this is 2%, right? So 300 equals to 3300, right? Now we have all the production of each and every month over here. We are ready, our table is complete, and now we are ready to go and solve the questions related to it, right? Now let's see what is our first question. Our first question clearly says that what is the average number of utility vehicle produced in July, May and March. July, May and March, and it is asking for the average number, so I need to add them, divide by 3, because 3 months is what percentage of average number of utility vehicle produced in January plus August. So the average of July, May, March and percent with average of January and August will be our production, right? So we can quickly go and check what is our values. 2250 plus May is 3600 plus March is 3150 divided by 3. So when you add this is 0009 by 3, hence 3000. Similarly, if you add this 2700 plus August is 3300 divided by 2, that is equals to 6000 divided by 2, hence 3000. Now how much percent of 3000 is 3000? It is 100%, right? Hence A is the correct answer for us. Okay, now coming to the next question. Next question says the number of MUVs provided in May. So let's write it down. May. You remember this Mahindra Motors produces SUV and MUV together. So there is certain distribution of, in this 15,000 there is certain distribution of SUV plus MUV both, right? So in this May, what you have, it's given that number of MUV produced is nothing but 1200, and SUV is, of course, if you want to check what is the SUV, the number of SUV is, so for the month of May, 3600 minus 1200, that is 2400. Similarly, in the month of, what's written in the question is, same number of SUVs were produced in January. So in January, same number of SUVs were produced, and also in July. In July also, the number of SUVs were 1200. Find the ratio of SUV to MUV. What we need to find? SUV versus ratio MUV produced in these months, right? Now it is said not any individual month but all of these months, right? So in that case, what we need to do is we need to find the rest of the values and then add it up and divide it. In that case, we will be able to find the ratio amongst these months. Okay, so in that case, if you see January, the total production was around 2700. So if you minus it down, you will get 1500. And here the July production was 2250. So if you minus reduce by 1200, you will get around 1050. Okay, so now if you add all these, this is 0084 and this is 0 um, 0 no, sorry 0 5, this is 7 and 3. Okay, so now 4 8 0. Okay, I'll take this up a little. Now to find the ratio, what we need to do, SUV by MUV, that is 4800 by 3750. Of course, we can quickly calculate this. This will go from 5, this is 96 times, and this is what? This is going to be 75 times. 75, right? And again this will go down by 3, so this is 3 2, this is 2 5, and hence 32 is to 5 25 is our final answer. So B is the final answer for question 2. Now question 1.3. In which of the following 3 months the number of utility vehicle produced is more than the average number of utility vehicle produced in 5 months? Now it is asking that in average amongst those 5 months the total number of utility vehicle produced was 15,000. So in average will be divided by 5, that is 3,000 per month. So if you say on an average each month around 3,000 units of vehicle got produced, right? So now if you want to solve it, the question is simply asking that in which month the number is exceeding this number. That means any month where the number of production is more than 3,000, that is need to be included in the answer. What are those months? If you see, in the month of March, in the month of May, and in the month of August, these are the 3 months where the production is higher than the average, right? Hence March, August and May. This is our right answer. Cool. Please pause the video if you haven't got the answer correctly. Please try it, and let's move to the next question. This is a very interesting question of coding and decoding, and I would say this is one of my favorite questions because it needs a lot of decipherability to solve this question, but it's not that difficult. It's an easy one to go. We just need to understand the basic approach that we give for a coding decoding question, right? So let's read the direction very quickly. Read the following information carefully and answer the question given beside. In a certain code language, lavish lifestyle high desires is coded as some coded word, right? So the first thing we need to do is in this kind of question is we can easily see that there are 4 words and 4 distinguished pattern over there, right? So the first thing what we will do is, and I will do it quickly, is write it down something like this. See, the question with data interpretation, coding, decoding, or especially in this format are pretty a bit lengthy, but it has a higher value in examination as well. So it is very important that you understand it quickly and practice it a lot to solve it very easily, right? So first, while reading, what I'll do, I'll write something like lavish, and I'll keep writing, and towards the side I will write its number. Okay, and I'll repeat all the things together. Lifetime. Great. Now, as I have written this, you must have definitely got an idea that these words are getting translated to these ciphers or coded languages, right? So, if you see these coded languages, you can easily find a very simple pattern. What is that pattern? There is something, this these codes are made of three parts, right? Part A, part B, and part C. A, B, and C. Now, if you see, there is in part A there are some symbols like at the rate, symbols like dollar, hashtag. There is a percentage and these forms the very first letter. Second one is something like 16, 36, 9, 25. Majorly these are the things, right? And C, the third one, you can see there are some random letters, random alphabets, looks like F, I, D, G, and so on. Cool. We need to understand that how actually these patterns are made. Fine. So what I say, take the very first thing, take this at the rate. We are trying to solve for the first box first. At the rate, if you see here, at the rate is where our at the rate is present. I want to find some pattern in this with which at the rate is built, right? So at the rate, I can clearly see at the rate are at 4 places. So if you see in here, the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number is not same. Here's 4. Here's more than 5. Here is something else. Number isn't same. Anything else? There's A, no, I, yes, I is here, I is here, I is here, I is here. So if we see carefully, the last vowel used in these words are I. I'm just writing I over here. And I will confirm in my next set that, okay, whether this hypothesis is this, that last vowel used is similar in all the pattern is same or not. Let's see for dollar. If you see dollar and dollar, here the last vowel used is E, and here the last vowel used is E. Any other dollar, last vowel is E, and again last dollar E. Hence I am sure that this is formed by the pattern of vowels, right? You can also check with hashtag. Now hashtag, the last vowel is O, here also it is O, so we got to know it's O. Similarly, just quickly grab with percentage it is A, and with and it is U, right? So we got all A, E, I, O, U over here, which is marked like this. Now this is vowels. If there is vowels, there will be some relation with the consonant also, right? So if you don't know what is vowel and consonant, if you like, write something like Laksh, right? A, E, I, O, U are vowels. So both A here comes from the group A, E, I, O, U. These are called as vowels. Anything other than this, for example, L, K, S, H, Y are consonants, right? So we have vowels here. I got an idea, okay, there's something with consonant as well. So now let's look into these numbers 16, 36, 9, 25. Here I am getting a clear idea that this is all these are square of some numbers, 4, 6, 3, this 5, right? Okay, so now I just want to see what relation it is. So take the first number 16. 16 is here, 16 is here, 16 is here, a lot of places, right? And let's try to check whether is these numbers 16 or 4 is the number of alphabets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, right? Is it number of consonant 1, 2, 3 and 4? Yes, here 16, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes, here also 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, 3 confirmed. You can confirm one more. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I got to know that these are the number of consonant and its square becomes this number, right? So I got to know these are vowels. Related to vowels, this is consonant square. Now what about this? This is FIDG. FIDG. Okay, completely blank, right? Let's try to convert this into numbers. Convert this into number means you can write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, right? And we try to number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So if you see here, maybe these are the counts of the numbers. So F 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is F? 6. Nice. I is what? I is 9. Are the number of alphabets 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, it is 9. D is nothing but 4. D is 4, right? So 1, 2, 3 and 4. It's 4. So now I also got this is count of alphabet. Now we have all the logic that how this is actually, how these ciphers are actually made, how these codes are actually made. We all actually decoded it. Now let's quickly jump towards our questions. Right? Question number 1 says, the first question says that find the code for efficient worker. Okay. Now you will get to know the beauty of this, of completely just not thinking about what could be the right answer, but if you can completely decode it, you can quickly get the answers of it, right? For example, efficient worker, you know, the very first thing is the last vowel. So last vowel code here is dollar, right? You can see the answers. There are 4 answers and 3 has dollars. So number C has no chance of getting right. We have only A, B and D. Now in A, B and D, you see $25 is common. So anyways, it's gonna be the in the answer, right? Now you also want to check it that if in case it's none of these, we can also check that I is related to 9. Is the number of alphabet is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is 5 square, right? So the number of consonant would be 5. Yes, it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now it's about the second alphabet. So in worker, the last vowel is E again, that means it's dollar. And now you have a clear answer that B has both this, hence B is my right answer, right? Moving on to next question. Now here's a easy one again, because we already solved for this. We know this is E. 25 is 5 consonant, and then I is nothing but 9 number of alphabets, right? So now you can check anything from this. The first word should have E as a last vowel. So all the 4 A, B, C, D has E as a last vowel. This suffices. Second, it should have 5 consonants. A has 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 consonant. Horrible. 1, 2, 3, 4 consonant only. Witness 1, 2, 3 and 4 consonant. And showcase has 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 consonant. So there is only option for A and D. Now the third thing is what? 9. So the number of alphabets should be 9. In showcase there are 8 alphabets. In adventure it is 9 alphabets. So the answer should be A. Okay, but again you can check it if you have some time, that percentage 16F. So percentage belongs to A. Okay, and the last vowel we have is A again. That means A is, whereas my right answer. Okay, now coming to question number 3. Question number 3 is again a very simple one. We have $25H. We know dollar means E. This is 5 square, and this is what, if you see, H is 8, right? 8th alphabet. So which this code stands for which following word? You see the first one, irreversible. Is the last alphabet E? Yes, it is E. And prudence. So A and D has last alphabet E to suffice this. Now we need 5 consonants, right? So let's see 5. Prudence 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. D has 5. Irreversible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hence A is not the right answer. But again, to check it again, H, that means number of letters should be 8, right? That means if you see, prudence has 8 again, but here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hence D is our right answer for this question. Okay, now let's move to the last question of English language. In this last question, right, this is a, as I said, this is an English language question. In this type of question, there is a sentence which is broken into 4-5 different parts, and you need to check what is wrong in each part, right? And there could be one problem or one part segment that is wrong, and if nothing is wrong, then it's okay, right? You can select no error. So in this, what we need to do is, from these things given, you need to form a sentence and check by 3 factors. The first factor being whether grammatically it's correct or not. Second thing is spellings are correct or not. And third thing is whether the words is not jumbled. It should not be jumbled, right? So we need to check whether the whole structure of this English is correct or wrong. There's no logical takeaway, hence more of a reading process should be there. But we'll try to answer this. So let's go to the first question. Parts of northern France, I'll take this here. Parts of northern France were also put in drought alert with water supplies to businesses, farmers and ordinary resistance restricted. If you read this something like quick, parts of northern France were also put in drought alert with water supplies to businesses, farmers and ordinary resistance restricted, right? By reading all the, I got to know that where the problem is. But again, you see, in the, if you read this, in the second segment, you see put in drought alert, right? You cannot, as an alert, you can put inside the drought. It's an event that is happening, right? You can tell about the drought, or you can put on an alert, right? You can put on the alert, okay? You can put on the drought alert, but you cannot put in the drought alert. You cannot put anything inside drought alert. It's an event, right? Hence, this put in drought alert is a wrong sentence. So the B is wrong over here. Coming to question number 2, again read it in a go and try to understand that where the most of the things looks bad. Okay, Now, we hypothesize that the trustworthiness of the original source might be an element that contributed to the accuracy of people's judgment about the online image, or no error. Now look, we hypothesized that the trustworthiness, right? Trustworthiness, worthiness. So the spelling of trustworthiness itself is wrong. But again, let's give it a grammar check also. Trustworthiness of the original source might be an element that contributes to accuracy of the people. So here if you see, all the articles and all the nouns and adjectives are placed well. It's just the spelling of trustworthiness is mistaken. Hence, B is the correct answer for me. Now let's quickly jump to question number 3. In question number 3, you can find this is as egregious example. Egregious means confused or not sure. Example of worst inequalities of the housing crisis, but also not as unusual as as you may think, right? So this is an egregious example of the worst inequalities of the housing crisis, but also not as usual as you may think. Great. So now if you see here, I would say all the articles, all the adjectives and all the grammars is more or less fine. I do not see any break or any spelling mistake in here, and I can easily say that there is no error to this. Hence, E is the right answer for me in this. And here I conclude the solution of whole daily practice paper 1. I hope you understood each and every part. You might have liked it. For the next daily practice paper, you can follow our group, follow on WhatsApp, or go to luxeducation.in to register and follow all this daily paper for your practice. Thank you.